Hello friends, Scott from Platte River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you once a week to update you on my keto progress and try to check in with you at least one other time in the week. Usually to share something that I've discovered about the ketogenic lifestyle, but occasionally to share a little something that I've discovered about this journey that we call life. Today is an update day. As you can see, I am not in my studio, also known as my wife's sewing room. I am on the road. We are on the road again, headed to a wedding in Utah with a quick stop in Wyoming to enjoy some much cooler weather. It's supposed to be 103 in North Platte today. I think it's supposed to be 75 where we're headed, so something to look forward to. But we're on the road again, so you're getting my on the road update. I will do the best that I can to remember my goals so that I can share my update and my progress with you on those. And I also have something kind of interesting that I want to share with you about the direction of my journey and kind of the direction of my channel. So yeah, there we go. But first, my goals, in no particular order, most likely because I can't remember the order that I wrote them down in. My goals for this month were to, it started out with OMAD and kind of changed that to 2 meals a day after we realized that with my kids back in school and my wife teaching again, that OMAD was going to be a really tough go. Did a really good job with that this week. I've still snacked a couple of times, but not too bad. And overall, I felt good about that. I'm kind of back into my groove of just routine. We kind of have our back to school routine, and so eating was much better this week. Did eat out a couple of times, but definitely got some good keto things. Have to say, by the way, not sure if Freddy's is in your part of the country, but if it is, they make a really good lettuce wrapped burger, and they will let you add grilled onions and jalapenos and stuff on your burger. So I think it's really yummy. I had that once this week and it was really good. So, but overall, I'd say my eating is going well. It's not perfect. I'm still working on not snacking, and we'll talk a little more about that later. But I'm definitely working on that. Also wanted to mention today, kudos to my wonderful wife who is playing the part of my cameraman today. So thank you, Liz.
Sure.
And my 2 kids who are doing a great job of being quiet in the back of the truck. Love you guys. So let's see. Goal number 2 for this week was to, I don't know, we're going to call it number 2. I keep saying number, I don't know. I had it written down back in on a piece of paper, and I don't know what the order is. But number 2, we're going to say, was getting in my DDPY workouts. Sure. It was one of my goals for sure. Did that every day this week. That's been going really well. Didn't do one this morning. I did manage to get a walk in this morning, but I did not do a DDPY workout because we were trying to pack. It's been a very busy week for us. Liz, as you guys know, is super busy, and she doesn't have a planned period at school, and she's taken on some extra responsibilities even after school. And so, unlike our normal, very organized selves, where we're normally packed 3 days before we leave on a trip, we were within 12 hours and hadn't packed a thing. And so we were definitely doing that late into the night, and wanted to try to get out early this morning. Didn't end up doing even that. So definitely didn't have time for DDPY today, but I've been doing that every day this week. Liz and I have a really good new routine, which will kind of go into my next goal, which is getting my walks in. As I just mentioned, I got my walk in this morning, but I've got walks in every day this week. I've been easily over 10,000 steps a day, which is kind of what I was wanting, so that's gone really well. And yeah, I've done that every day. So Liz and I get up in the morning to make sure that our kids are up and going to their early morning Bible study. And so she and I walk every morning during the week. Every once in a while I can get her to walk with me on Saturday and Sunday. It depends on how early I decide to go. But definitely Monday through Friday we're doing that together, which is nice. It gets us up really early, which really helps in allowing me to not only get my walk in, but get my workout in. And then the third thing that I wanted to mention, my other goals for this week, which was to do my weightlifting program. I did that every day this week. And once again, along with the DDPY, I didn't do that this morning, but got that in every day this week. I am through day 10 of 30 days to bigger arms. Woohoo, go big arms. That's been really good for me, but I'm definitely starting to feel it as the workout intensifies. I'm starting to feel sore in my arms like I'm supposed to. So that's gone really well. Other goal was to get Bible study in with my family. We have been more missed than hit this week. I have listened to my podcasts that have been talking about the part of the New Testament that we're reading. But I want to say we were 1 or 2 days this week. We could definitely do better with that. But got it in and feeling good about that. So those are my goals. My last one was to not weigh in for a month, and I've done a great job with that. Such a great job that I didn't even weigh in at the end of the month like I had talked about. But that actually brings me into the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, which is kind of the direction of my channel and what I want to share with you moving forward. Over the just over 2 years that I've been on keto, I've paid a lot of lip service to the idea that the scale is just our relationship with Earth's gravity, which it is. That while the scale can be a tool that we can use to measure our progress, it is far from the best tool. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even put it probably in the top couple of things as far as actually good measurement of your progress. And so, I've talked many times about how important the scale isn't. And so I'm thinking of trying an experiment here where I really don't weigh for a significant amount of time. And I haven't weighed myself in a month, and didn't get a chance to weigh myself this morning before we left. But I'm seriously toying with the idea of just not using the scale really at all moving forward, at least for a while, and kind of seeing how that goes. And I don't know. I was talking with Liz about that this morning as we were traveling, and I was toying with the idea. I'm nervous about it because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a recovering perfectionist, working hard to try to be kinder to myself, but I know that I struggle with it. And so one of the things that I worry about is I really worry about if I take the scale away, this concrete thing that I can measure every week, am I going to let myself slide? And Liz and I talked about it, and she can actually jump in and chime in if she wants to. She tends to not want to be part of my videos unless we're reviewing some sort of food. But
or cooking food.
Or cooking some sort of food. That is also true. But in our discussion, we kind of talked about the fact that I'm such a perfectionist that there's no way I'm really going to let myself slide if I have other things in place to measure my progress. And I just think that the scale is a poor measurement of progress. And the thing that I've done some thinking about, even since Liz and I first talked about it during our wonderful 10-hour drive today, is that it's a poor measurement of progress in both directions. And I have mentioned this in a video before, but not only can it be a poor measurement of progress, like I had a really good week and I did all the things I wanted to do, and because I had something that maybe had a little more salt in it or a little less salt in it than what I'm used to, I either retained water or didn't retain water, and I'm either down a few pounds or I'm not down a few pounds. And I would either feel really good about my week, maybe that I got away with something on a week where I maybe had more keto treats than I should have, but my weight was still down, or on a week where I really kicked butt and met all of my goals and was eating exactly like I wanted to and wasn't down. I think that the scale can really be a liar to us as far as how we're actually doing on our progress. Now, long term, is the scale telling us the story? Absolutely, I believe that it is. But again, it's just one measurement of progress, and I think that it's not a very good tool to use all the time. So, I would love your input, my wonderful subscribers out there, your thoughts on this. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen to your input, but I'd love to hear it anyway. So feel free to chime in the comments on what you think about this. But I'm thinking of putting the scale away, guys, for a long time. Looking at maybe doing 3 months or 4 months, like not weighing in until the end of the year. And actually seeing how I feel between now and then. I may just never get on the scale again. That's not true. I'm probably going to visit the doctor at some point. But just not using the scale as my measuring tool. Now, so if I'm not going to use the scale as my measurement tool, what am I going to use to measure? This is again where I would definitely take some suggestions from you guys. But Liz and I thought a little bit about buying the next size down in jeans for me, which I'm not shy to share. I've been in size 40 jeans. So to get into the 30s would be kind of cool. So to have some 38 jeans, and then maybe I'm in all XLs in my tops, whether it be t-shirts or polos. Maybe to buy a polo that's a size large, and so basically have that in a size large, have some jeans in 38s, and see, try those on a regular basis. Maybe not once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks. Still trying to work out the details on my wonderful new plan for my check-ins with you guys, but that's one thought that I had was having some clothes that were down a size and and checking on that. I've toyed around also with the idea of some fitness goals. I hesitate a little bit with the fitness goals because I found in my past, those of you who follow along on my channel know that 13 years ago, 12 years ago, I lost about 140 pounds, and that was really focused on my fitness, but I don't think in a very healthy way. And so I'm hesitant to have fitness goals because I think I can focus on those so much that I start ignoring the nutrition part, which, as we all know, is 80% of my health progress is based on what goes in my mouth, and 20% is based off of my fitness and other things like my stress level and my sleep and things like that. But I think if I focus too much on my fitness, I could have the potential of focusing on my fitness to the detriment of my nutrition, which is really what I need to focus on. So I'm hesitating to have fitness goals, but I think that maybe having fitness goals would be a good idea. So again, open to your guys' thoughts on that. Feel free to chime in the comments. But I want to be more fit, and I want to be more functionally fit. I've started lifting weights, not just so that I can look good in my polos, although Liz will tell you I look great in my polos.
Hot and sexy.
Yeah, thank you for the courtesy laugh, Liz. I appreciate that. But not just so I can look good at my clothes, not just so I can look good, but because so that I can do things that I want to do. And that's true really for all of my fitness, whether it be the walking that I do or the weights that I lift or the yoga that I do. I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to go up and down hills if I need to when I hunt. I want to be able to go on hikes with my family. I love the outdoors, that kind of thing. So I haven't quite solidified those thoughts in my head yet, but I'm thinking I might have a couple of fitness goals. I'm definitely going to continue to have the goals that I mentioned with you guys today as far as fitness, which means getting my workouts in for DDPY every day, getting a walk in with the dogs and with Liz every day, and doing my weight training program. I'm going to finish off 30 days to bigger arms, and I don't know what I'm going to do next. I might go back to the full body workout and see if I can do a little bit higher on the weights, a little bit more intense, but I'm going to solidify those goals. But for sure I'm going to have the goals to do the workouts. Just trying to find the progress, not quite sure how that's going to work, but I really think I am going to put the scale away and instead focus on these other things. Now, you might be asking yourself, as I asked myself, so nutrition's really important to you, Scott. What are your nutrition goals? I again talked with Liz quite a little bit this morning as we were driving, and I think what I really landed on is I've been doing this keto thing for 2 years. I know the food that I should eat. I know the food that I shouldn't eat. I know the things that are really good keto foods for me when I focus on my meat and focus on low-carb vegetables and don't focus on a lot of certainly not boxed things or keto products, and limit my desserts. I know that's when I feel my best, that's when I do my best. And really the only thing, so knowing that about my meals and knowing that Liz and I can plan meals that are going to be good for me, that are going to be good keto meals that are focused on meat and low-carb vegetables, if I do that, I'm going to have success. But the way that I'm really going to have success is in addition to doing that, not snacking. You guys have heard me talk about that, I don't know, 15 times over the last 2 years, but it's because it's the thing that I know gets me off track.
It's your kryptonite.
It is my kryptonite. Thank you, Liz, for saying that, because it is. It's really the thing. If you want to tell the difference, if you look at my health journey over the last 2 years, a 40,000 foot view, you want to see the times where Scott is losing weight. Again, it's not all about the weight, but Scott is losing fat is more accurate. Because that's really what I want to do, is get rid of the fat. I want to get rid of this belly that you sort of see in front of you here. But I see the times when I'm losing it is when I don't snack. When I'm focused in on eating healthy, the best keto foods. Because you can eat keto and gain weight. You can eat keto and not lose weight. Certainly you're capable of doing those things, especially if you have a lot of keto products. But when I focus on meat, low-carb vegetables, and that's my focus, and I don't snack, I have success. I have a lot of extra body fat that I can still use, that my body can still use for fuel, and when I focus on those things, I have success. So I think really my nutrition goal is going to be one that I've had many times, and that's going to be to focus on not snacking. The exception to that is going to be very specific things, like celebrating my birthday, which I'm actually going to do tomorrow with my parents. You guys know I celebrated with the rest of my family last week. We're visiting my folks tomorrow, so we're going to have a little celebration then. We're going to have a keto dessert. But then to only have it then. And moving forward, probably the next thing I can think of is my daughter's birthday. Now, is my daughter going to have a keto cake? Emily, are you going to have a keto birthday cake? You can talk. Emily, keto birthday cake? Probably not, right? Emily's going to have a regular...
Are you going to have a keto birthday cake, Miss Emily?
Emily had her headphones in case you guys were wondering. She did not hear me. But no, Emily is definitely not going to have a keto birthday cake. She is going to have a birthday cake, though. And so I will probably look to make myself some kind of a keto treat on that day. And again, Halloween comes up a couple of weeks after that. Do I want to do some kind of a keto treat that day? Anyway, not going to try to move all the way through the rest of the year telling you the specific days that I think I might snack. But I've had this goal before of limiting my keto snacking to specific days that I have talked about beforehand. And when I do that, I can have success. And I will have success. So that's going to be my focus. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to share that with you because it's very easy to share a number. I was $2.95 today versus talking about each and every one of my meals during the week. I might even just try to put some kind of a chart together where I let you guys know that I did my 2 meals a day and didn't snack, all 7 days this week.
The accountant in him has to have a chart.
I know, probably a spreadsheet, quite frankly. Forget just a chart. I have to, if I'm not using Excel at least a couple of times a day, I have withdrawals. So yeah, but I'm probably going to have some kind of something like that. And again, guys, if you have some ideas for me, I would love that. I would love your input. But I really think this is something that I want to do because I think it's going to allow me to have grace for myself and be kind to myself while also focusing on what I've talked to you guys quite a bit about over the last few months, which is my systems and processes. And as I focus on my systems and processes, the other things take care of themselves. And I have a feeling that we're going to see that as we move forward. But yeah, so that's my update, guys. That's the direction that I want to go. And I know it's going to be kind of weird for me not to be weighing in every week because that really was a big part of my channel when I started. But I still have 100 pounds-ish that I'd like to lose. Again, not focusing on the scale, but I know I have a real good idea of a general number on the scale that I want to see, and I have a feeling that when I see that number, I'm also going to be in the size jeans that I would love to see, which is probably 34, and definitely be fitting into, large or even some medium shirts. So again, not going to be focused on the number so much, but I've got some fat, let's put it that way, that I want to lose still, and I want to get rid of this belly, and I know that I'm not fitting into any large shirts anytime soon if I don't get rid of this belly. So, but yeah, that's the direction I want to take my channel in, get the focus off of the relationship with Earth's gravity. As I think I started this conversation with my wife this morning, I'm going to say put my money where my mouth is. I've run my mouth quite a bit over the last 2 years about how the scale isn't important. We're going to give this a go and see how it is. So yeah, please guys, this is one of the, I know I always love your comments, but I'm really asking for your input on this. Let me know what you think. And yeah, day by day, keep calm and keto on, my friends, and we'll talk to you again soon.